Hey, welcome back. Welcome. Edie Gray, where you been? AG, sadly, there is no dance in Dragon Age. There is not. Wouldn't that be cool? They could have a shepherd NPC. When there's a flock of sheep, they could have a shepherd in the tavern dancing to the songs. Wouldn't that be great? Welcome back. Let's get all that pop in. Come on. Go PC version, go.
Does it trouble you?
PC port is terribly unthrilling so far. I'm gonna try and work with it after the stream. Does it trouble you? Yes, this PC port troubles me greatly. He's talking about the mark. Didn't close the breach. Where does it come from? Why am I even marked?
I just wish I knew what it was, or how I got it.
We will find out. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
So far, I'm finding bugs in every category. Audio, visual, mechanical, scripting.
Clearly, you have something in mind.
We do. May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra. That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Well, as much.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Hey, Mike.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I'm no herald of anything, particularly not Andraste.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong. So if I wasn't with the Inquisition...
Well, let's be honest, they would have censored us no matter what.
And you not being here isn't an option.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the Hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Welcome to the War Table. Operations. War Table allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Mother Giselle in the Hinterlands, which can be found, is in the Hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. This is one of the things people frequently take issue with in the game. War Table has a timer system for the missions. You'll see as it unfolds, but one of the most popular mods for the game reduces the amount of time the War Table missions take to nothing. So you can simply complete them by selecting them. That's a pretty big change in gameplay, so I did not do that, but I think everyone has at least some frustration how long some of these things can take. Probably not everyone. There's got to be some people who are just fine with it. It gets a little weird though. You make a choice, you get locked out of doing other things. Things show up that you can't do because you have people out on missions. The Inquisition can unlock new areas for you to explore through scouting operations. Perform the scouting operation for the Hinterlands on the Ferelden side of the War Table now.
Have you kept in touch with our friends in Lady Esterly's estate? Several
The
bards
Hinterlands
will play for her
available
tomorrow
cost
night.
1. We have 2
will
power.
have names soon
We're
enough.
doing that extra side quest. Requisitions. Provided that extra bit. Mother Giselle was last seen in the Hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest reports suggest that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the Hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. Vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order to the area. The different people at our war table, Liliana, Josephine, Cullen, they represent different ways of approaching missions on the war table. Sometimes you won't have a choice, sometimes you will. In this case, scouting, secrets. Is there anything more to say about that right now? Maybe not. Hey, Wildhood, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard! Scout Harding. Probably one of my favorite characters in the game. Oh, Florida, you can. Scout Harding is the, what's her name? Liara's voice actor. Scout Harding. We'll get to talk to her. You even get to flirt with her. You don't get to take it past that, though. It's too bad, because Scout Harding would be awesome for a romance option. Pick that in a heartbeat. Scout the Hinterlands. We avoided the fighting as best we could. Every bit as bad as we'd feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured her safety. Their safety. That will be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, retired horsemaster of Redcliffe, who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition. We've been unable to get through the fighting. New area unlocked. Your 4th. Hey, it's our first time out and our first party selection. 4 hours. 4 hours. So we get to bring everyone right now. Cassandra the tank, Eric with Bianca, and Solus the mage. What kind of party makeup will we have later? It's a good question. Will we double down on mages, go with 2 mages and a tank, 2 tanks and a mage? Will we mix it up like this? Oh, we're not there yet.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's an honor to meet you, my lady. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Thanks, Varric.
Ugh. I'm starting to worry about these stories that everyone's heard.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. They only say you're the last great hope for Thedas.
Oh, wonderful.
The Hinterlands are as good a place as any to start fixing things. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Right. So, the only one who doesn't have an extra potion right now is Varric. Just haven't assigned anything. Worry about it. We've got a little leveling up to do. One of our camps. Camps established, 1 of 6. So we've got other camps we can go to, locate, holding the Hinterlands. Rifts, Fade Rifts to close. We've seen a couple of those in the introduction. Redcliffe. Speak with Dennett, Horsemaster Dennett. May be able to provide horses for the Inquisition. We're in the Hinterlands, away from Haven. A lot of people found the Hinterlands to be kind of slow and unexciting. A lot of people spent too much time in the Hinterlands. You don't have to spend all the time in the world here and do everything and find every corner. Moving on from the Hinterlands before spending your life here and getting bored with it is perfectly reasonable. I don't know how much time we're going to spend in the Hinterlands, but I thought I'd point that out because it just came back to me. I remember people complaining about the pacing at the start of the game. Not only do RPGs tend to have slow starts, but starter area. The Hinterlands is like, if you ever played an MMO, there's always a starter area that is much more basic. A lot less going on. That's basically the Hinterlands. Although it does look good. There's a lot to do here. 1 point to spend. See if we can get some more guard generation out of that. Maximum guard bonus. We're looking at this before charging bull. Have Cassandra start charging at people. Generating guard with it. Challenge was already generating guard. Stamina regen with a successful challenge or no cooldown. Well, it has a cost. Having no cooldown but still having a cost. I don't know. Passive armor bonus. Active guard. Don't have a plan yet. And I'm open to suggestions, even if I stubbornly refuse to take them later when they come. But I would love to hear some. There's a dragon in each zone, correct? I believe so, and maybe a couple? Yeah, there's a dragon here in the Hinterlands. KG, I can even picture where that dragon is. I am not suggesting that we try to fight it, though we might go party wipe there for fun. Be cool. Valier's step or removable object. Well, let's try that. Once we've bought the upgrade, we can still toggle the upgrade, as was pointed out. Not in combat. When we buy upgrades, we can still select later which one we want to apply. Have some flexibility there, which is nice. I gotta level everyone up, sorry. Everyone up. Let's go explore a little bit. Still gonna be picking up lots and lots of things. All the crafting materials we can find. Solus! What are we gonna do with Solus? Winter, Inferno, Storm, and Spirit. Barriers are a big deal since we don't have healing spells, traditional healing spells to restore health. In most cases, what we're going to do is apply barriers and armor guard when possible. Threat reduction, dispel, remove hostile magic and status effects. Rejuvenating barrier, mana regen. Revival. We definitely want revival. Mind Blast, classic Dragon Age spell. Knockback, an area of effect knockback from the mage. Guardian Spirit. Protective barrier springs into place around you automatically when you're badly injured. For that being very helpful. In terms of barrier upgrades, Elegant Defense, you've learned to cast barrier with a more stable magical pattern each time a barrier you have cast expires. The ability's cooldown time is reduced. Or, your barrier holds its full strength for longer before it begins to decay. Energetic Defense. Entropic, I don't know how much you've seen of Inquisition, but they not only have more dragons, they have probably the best dragon fights. Not just compared to the other Dragon Age games, they have some of the most thrilling dragon fights in games. They really did a good job on it. You like winter spells. Freezing things, always have. Winter's Grasp. Oh, Fade Step. Visible waves of magic carry you forward, blurring ahead a short distance. Playing a mage, I imagine I would use Fade Step. Standing still, you enter into a meditative state that restores your mana at an enhanced rate and reduces all cooldowns. That sounds good. For Solus, we'd have to spend a bit on it. He's only got 3 points right now. But making some sort of early commitment to a school would be good. He doesn't have any points in anything yet. Barrier basics. Let's get a better barrier. Let's get a better barrier later. Mana Surge. Your barrier explodes into wild magic. When enemies destroy it, the blast freezes all nearby enemies and allows you to cast your next spell without consuming mana. That could be good if Solus comes under fire. There's a counter effect. Hugely useful counter effect. Wall of Ice, Ice Mine, Armor. Eventually. Varric, Damage bonus at good range. If we try and keep Varric at good range from targets, that may work out very well. Death from above. First blood. I don't know what I want to do with Varric at all. Sabotage. Poisoned weapons. Pick that up too. Gain health when you attack enemies with poisoned weapons active. Let's try this stuff out on Varric. All your poison effects, sunder and poison effects last longer. Bonus to a 10-second effect, though. I kind of want to try this out. I might want to take some of this myself. Spend a point on archery, though. Did I not spend it? Actually apply it. Okay. Finally.
I've news, sir.
I don't want to talk to the requisition officer. I think the requisition officers in each zone will just ask you to turn in things that you might otherwise use, resources for other stuff, to gain a small amount of power and influence at the ward table. If I remember, you will get plenty of anyways. I just don't like it spamming up the journal. I have a memory of not talking. Is that silly? Does anyone else remember anything like that? Anyone else not talk to requisition officers? Map. Clear threats at the crossroads. Oh, okay. On the hill. You don't really need the requisitions. That's...
Watch your step.
Watch your step. All right. Could survive that fall.
Mother Giselle cannot be far.
Redcliffe Village. Allenhad's foothold. I remember spending a lot of time looking for resources, the right resources in the walls. See the pyramid symbol on the minimap. Recognize it, don't remember exactly what it is.
Inquisition forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
Hold. We are not apostates.
I do not think they care, Seeker.
You're also talking to yourself. Excellent. Oh shit. That is one tough mage. To have a sword and board warrior just beating on you like that?
More coming our way.
Okay. So, look who snuck up on me here. Easiest way to have him change aggro would be to just disappear with stealth and he'll find another target. Another way would be to actually have someone attack him, try and pull aggro that way. We've still got Archer, Templar Defender, Electrical Vulnerability, Templar Knight, who's almost dead, chilled, taunted, Templar Archer. I'm gonna go ahead and stealth. Now he's going after Varric, which is not good, although Cassandra did go to grab him. Alright, let's finish this guy off.
Back me up!
That was nice. Solus threw a barrier on me. KG saying do the side quests and close rifts and you'll have plenty influence and power.
It's done.
There are mages here who can heal you.
Ginger ale.
Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
What you said to that soldier.
We do not teach that magic is evil. We teach that pride is evil, and does not corrupt only mages. But I did not ask you to come simply to debate with me.
Then why am I here?
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine.
Shocked.
Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
But don't you stand with the rest of the Chantry?
With no divine, we are each left to our own conscience, and mine tells me this. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
They want to execute me, and you think I should just walk up to them?
You are no longer alone. They cannot imprison or attack you.
They could try.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. Their power is their unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
It's good of you to do this.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate or sent to help us, but
Message coming in.
hope is
Patching
what
it through.
we need now.
Hey, Bob Bear. Thank you for the host, man.
Listen
Welcome.
to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
Well, they moved in quickly. All fight, blink your eyes, and there's a whole population here now. Oh, recovering from pink eye. That's glad you're recovering. Pink eye. Pink eye. Whoa! Letter to Reverend Mother Giselle from Divine Justinia. 5th. I was already finding my voice a little bit, running a little bit ragged from reading so much so early in the game, but if you see me pass by something, remind me to read it. Otherwise, I'm going to be a little more selective
Mages and Templars
on what I read of what I pick
everywhere.
up.
Great job, Blondie.
I don't want to miss any good tales, critical lore, or anyone's favorites. Just let me know if you see something go by. Fast travel points, unsurprisingly, come available. An open world game, you pretty much need them. Always be some people who insist on not using fast travel in games, but it helps. Landmarks. Speak with Corporal Vale about the state of the Hinterlands. Fade Rifts. I don't know if we're ready to deal with these. We can go see what level they are at, but they may be a few levels beyond us, even now.
I suppose you're right.
It's good to have commerce room.
3 potions got used during that fight, automatically, based on the player tactics. You'd use 2 more, go back, replenish them at camp, and then come back here. You may have to do a lot of that if it gets a little tedious at times, bouncing back and forth, but we are going to have to replenish those potions before going into any fights.
What's wrong with your wife?
She gets sick when the weather's foul. Can't catch her breath, like cobwebs in her lungs. Our son Hindle makes a potion that lets her breathe. He's the only one who can make it, but he's joined that cult in the hills. Please, get to him and tell him what's wrong. Without that potion, she'll die.
I'm glad it's okay now. Get the potion from the refuge, son.
And how much did you need?
Water going? Is it going underneath? Does the water come out down there? Large volume of water. Healer's notes. Treatment notes.
You all right, sir?
That's the last of the bread. Going to be a long, hungry night.
These people need food.
There are rams out in the hills. Good eating, cooks easy, and no lords around to kill you for poaching. Too dangerous to go hunting now, though. More likely to find mages than mutton.
Good luck.
Luck won't put fat on your ribs.
OMB, I bet that was wild. What wouldn't be wild like that, though?
Welcome back.
Landmarks. Ah, yes, claim. Saga of Tyr de Brightaxe, Evar Mother.
True enough.
DOIs works for me. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
Thank you.
I had passed one before.
To hear it.
Just trying to remember what the pyramids on the map were. Another one up there.
You're with the Inquisition. Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyrium. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
Saw another mod that zooms the camera in when you're having conversations. That would be kind of nice. Would be get a little more focus on the faces and the dialogue.
You were concerned about refugees
Hey,
dying.
Popo.
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill
Sure, this
who has some ideas.
We've got another Witcher playthrough going. Shirtless Witcher. No HUD this time.
What can you tell me about the rebel mages?
The real rebels are up north in Redcliffe, dug in and taking care of their own. The ones out here are just apostates, locked up in the circles all these years, and now they've gone mad with power. The rebels in Redcliffe have washed their hands of them. I wish we could do the same.
How we finished in Blood and Wine. We did the last 16 hours or some of Blood and Wine like that. Kind of got hooked on it. Started a fresh playthrough that way.
What can you tell me about the Templars?
All the Templars were called to Val Royeaux not long ago. These bastards ignored the order. Now they're killing rebel mages, along with any refugees they think are mage sympathizers. Every Templar I've ever known has wanted to protect the common folk. These men defile their order's good name.
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply, but if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the Mages and Templars are done killing each other.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Power. Power. Stabilize areas by sealing Fade Rifts. Expand the reach of the Inquisition by setting up new camps and complete quests to gain power and influence. Spend power on scouting operations at the war table to unlock new opportunities and areas. Gaining enough influence increases the rank of your Inquisition and grants you access to unique perks.
Your son.
It's just what I heard.
Alright, what are we seeing on the map? Got more camps to establish.
May God be with you.
I think there's a way up from here. Path through. Sure. Game does autosave, but what we've seen so far is it doesn't autosave that frequently. And although there is a quick save on PC, down towards where that first dragon is, maybe, maybe not. Not that we want to fight the dragon that's in the Hinterlands. But with gamepad controls turned on, there is not. There doesn't seem to be a quick save.
We could make camp here.
Maybe it can be configured. You would recommend getting True Grit. Remind me, what is True Grit? The perk? Is that one of the perks? Power. Yeah, there be dragons. Now that we have another camp, we can replenish those potions. Equip and replenish, right? I wonder if the UI, which is conditional right now and has some different settings, I wonder if we could have the health bars, beautiful, appear when we bring up the wheel. Let's see, I think 2 people still need healing. Check some of the options. Only do those options. Toggle, contextual, on, always off. I like contextual, I just want it in a few extra contexts. The, how much is on? A lot of the screen. I don't need my attacks in the lower right corner on the screen all the time. Health bars, though. Shrink some of that. %, increased all party member defense. Shall be done.
Work for you.
Is that the requisitions officer? Word for you. No, thanks. Blood Lotus. Why does that waterfall sound like a plane is landing? Map to waterfall. Go behind the waterfall at a particular location. Ah. That chair nailed up on the tree. The body's still in it. Yeah, me too. Popo, I played through the whole game 3 times when it was released and decided I had burned out on it. But it's now been long enough that I've been excited to come back to it. Completely reevaluate it, never played the DLC, so there's so much to rediscover, and I feel like it's all new again. Ocularum. He's coming back. Let's see if we can get to that Ocularum. Couple rifts nearby. That one is inside structure. Ocularum tend to be on high ground, and you'll see why in a moment. What is an Ocularum, you ask?
Look, that's the King's Road down there.
Oculara can locate shards in the world. When an Ocularum can no longer see any shards, it stops glowing.
The skull illuminates certain objects in the distance. I am not familiar with such magic.
Of course, it had to be a skull that lights up creepy shit.
Yeah, I have heard about the mysterious what's going on with the clowns. Yeah. So, finding all of these can be easy or can be hard, but what I would probably do, since some of these span a very large area, is make a high pass and go down a little and make a lower pass and go down a little more and make a lower pass. Just sweep the area and hope not to miss too much. There's shards. Now that we've spotted these shards, we haven't actually found any of them. 22 shards in the Hinterlands. But they're now marked on the map, so we have some targets. Collect all the shards. Oh, what is it? The shards unlock. Do anything besides unlock the doors in that one place? There's a tomb or something with 3 different doors, and we need shards to unlock the doors, and then you go further in and unlock another series of doors, and rewards. There are rewards for doing this. Also foggy. Alright. Go check out this rift, maybe by way of this shard. I'm gonna kind of head in this direction. Down there is actually where you would think that's where you would fight that dragon? Maybe not. Maybe that's a fight we can get in. Embrium. Certain resources are more plentiful in certain areas. Some resources can only be found in certain areas.
Goodbye!
Non-hostile animals can still provide resources. Ram meat, for example, there's a side quest to collect that ram meat. Not the dragon down there. I can picture coming around the corner and out through a sort of opening in the terrain into the area where the dragon is. That's burned in my head because I've gone there and died there and all that good stuff.
So, as a Seeker, you're the highest ranked person in the Inquisition, but you're not in charge.
Liliana's rank equals my own, insofar as our rank means anything outside the Chantry.
But you want to get shit done, right?
I declared the Inquisition, but I don't know that I'm best suited to command it. Perhaps you're interested in the position, since you seem so interested.
Oh, no you don't. Leave me out of that mess.
Look at this. The apostates have gone mad with power.
The Templars aren't looking any better here.
Level 4. Can we get involved?
We should move on. We can only restore order by securing an alliance.
Indeed. Gonna find our first shard in here, maybe? Dwarven runecraft. Yeah, not the best time to read up on rune crafting. Are we actually under attack? Shard maybe. I don't remember what the shards look like now. Why aren't we seeing this shard? We are being attacked. Hello! Crap! Get out of my face. shooting. I'll switch targets. Excellent. Maybe? He was too far on the ground. Yeah, things are kind of damage sponges on Nightmare. Who's surprised? I hope no one's surprised. Shitballs. Move thy ass. If I positioned Varric further away, he would get a damage bonus because of the upgrade. We're gonna need better weapons and skills soon. Can't do anything too exciting in combat yet. Who did you just target? Why are you facing away? Let's see if we can't find that shard this time. On the roof? Am I not seeing it? There are some jumping, some platforming elements for finding some of these shards. There it is.
Interesting. I cannot say what it is, but there must be a reason the skull illuminated the object.
How's my mood, Slugger? How's my mood? My mood is good. I'm a little frustrated with the port of the game. I've played this on PlayStation, and to be honest, it played more smoothly with less glitches. But I'm trying to get used to it, and also trying to relearn how to play. My mind right now is sponging up all of this stuff, and it's all triggering memories, but it's all very foggy at the same time. I think when we get to this rift, we're gonna find it's too, it out levels us. I'm gonna head that way. You just appear in the middle of nowhere. I don't think you were there a second ago. Dragon Age 2 spawns. Yeah, that felt like that. I didn't remember that being the case here, but is it spawning much the same? Oh man, Solus came under fire. All of a sudden, how is this one archer doing so much area damage to the party?
Simply bandits. Their armor and training suggest something deeper.
So I could use 3 potions right now, heal everyone up, be down to 5 until we go back and replenish. The regen potions cost me 1 elf root per, so you kind of want to use those more sparingly. Could have just waited and let them use the potions automatically in battle according to the rules we've set up. Well, I'm glad you had no issues. The thing about ports, PC ports, and one of the things that makes it so difficult to have a good port is all the varying hardware. On consoles, you build for one piece of hardware or two pieces of hardware, and on PC, you're trying to build for everything. Hey, Sticky Bunny, what's up? So when people talk about a port that has issues, it's never going to affect everyone. It's never going to affect everyone. Some people are not going to have issues. Generally, something that is considered a mess will still work well for a lot of people, but obviously not for enough. So I'm glad that there are people who don't have trouble with this. And I haven't had any major trouble with it yet. But lots of small things that to me are very noticeable. Little audio glitches, visual glitches, pop-in, frame rate, issues during cutscenes. There's plenty of hardware being thrown at the game. It's doesn't seem optimized. Slugger, I don't really understand the question. You're saying, is it true that in Boston's one of the best English in the U.S.? Do you mean the way people speak? Use of language? Is it better in one area than another? I have no such perceptions. Well, maybe that's not entirely true, but I don't think of Boston as... Guess I don't think about Boston much. Stronghold of the Apostate Mages. I do have some cousins there. Are you tired of letting the witless fools bind you with their fear? Come to the Witchwood. Follow the signs. We will be free to work our craft, free to become the new gods we have always known we truly are. An unsigned letter written in a large and excited hand. It would be smart in any important or risky battle to move Solus, Varric, and myself out of range, depending on who we're fighting. We've got somebody closing in right now. One over here. They just reposition themselves. Caster. Like many RPGs, taking out mages first and ranged targets is often beneficial, and I'll be doing a lot of that. Hey, mercenary, how are you doing? My chatty has not, my chatty chat app has not been loading a lot of emotes lately. It looks like you used a lot of, I see just, I don't know which emotes I'm not seeing because I'm not seeing them. See a sort of placeholder, a broken placeholder, and a lot of them. How are you doing? There be mages here. We have the rest of that fight. Should there be some more loot lying around? I wandered too quickly from that fight. Search the Witchwood for the Apostate Stronghold. Might be able to do that. I was looking for that rift to see if that rift is too far above us in level right now. Epic Ninja, thank you for the follow. Are my alerts broken? Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard again. Weren't you already with us? Was that my imagination? D-word, how are you doing? Defeat demons! So we've got level 4s. We should be able to do this. Shard is right here.
Perhaps the Inquisition could determine the nature of these objects.
There's something else here I can't seem to target. I think I want to be the one up front. Let's have Cassandra move in. She'll take aggro. We'll just set up Varric and Solus at a little bit of a distance. Disrupting the rift is not strictly necessary, but if you can get close enough to disrupt it, it will stun and stagger many of the enemies. There's nowhere to evade to. That's how we're getting a bit swamped. We might need to all concentrate our efforts since these lesser terrors are moving around very quickly. Pick off the one that has health. Get me out of here. I'm just toast. Disrupt it. Come on, disrupt it. Get out of here. Can't close it yet. I want to be near that. Oof. Can I do anything to close it? I can disrupt it again. Close it. Same button for jumping. Hey, Beady Gray. All right. We'll see you later. Epic Ninja, reading back. Maybe it was a less epic ninja. This is possible. This is possible. Well, in that case, welcome again. Oh, hi. Oh, Solus is in mad trouble. You back out of there, Solus? Probably gonna die. I could have him just use a potion first. Probably should. Potion and then... Heck out of there. Same thing with Varric. Varric should not be standing right there. Varric, get out of there. Yes! The Star Dance. We continue to celebrate the fact that you can jump in this game. I second and third that. I'm all about jumping around like a bunny rabbit. Sandra is not going to heal herself because we're at 5 or less potions. She did build up some guard, but if I see that guard drop, I'm going to have to tell her to use a potion. before she dies. She should be okay now. Gonna build up more guard.
Dead!
Okay. There are the apostates in the Witchwood. That shard. If I can find that shard.
I confess, Solus, I am surprised you decided to remain.
Why? The breach remains a threat to us all.
Just the same. I wondered if you might leave now that we have a plan to seal it.
Ah, because I am an apostate. I might flee before the Inquisition throws me in chains. I take my commitment seriously, Seeker. Come what may, I shall see this through.
As you wish. Though I cannot guarantee what will happen in the days to come.
Okay, Slugger, got your message. We'll see you in a bit. Sure. Guard. Get up here. That work? Is everyone coming? No, they're all right there. They warped here and did nothing. All right then. Fine. Fine. Do you know why that happened? I assigned movement to everyone. Yeah, and very... I don't want to try to explain these things. Oh, now they're going to their previous positions that were assigned? This makes no sense! Hello? We shouldn't pick this fight quite yet. We just come here for the shard. Knight Enchanter. KG, do you find Knight Enchanter to be invulnerable, as I have read, when played properly? Go in there. Tell you what, Cassandra... See if we can go in here and clean this up. I'm not sure we can. I didn't check the levels. Oh, hi! Shit! You guys decided to come back out. That's awesome. And Varric is now standing in the door like he's a tank or something. Jeez, Varric, get out. How about you out here? Solus is in a good spot already. Solus is in the door. So they're not coming up to the door. Fine, both of you in the door. Do your thing, then. Just... Cassandra's screwed. She just got knocked out. That's not good. Archers. She was just in a crossfire. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 6 Templars in here. We're not getting out alive. Cassandra's down. Varric. We just don't have anything to cope with this. Sword and board's coming in. We could try to all get outside. But I think we're just gonna... I'm gonna fight it out. We'll get the party wipe here. Save right outside. Let's not come in here quite yet. Yeah! Solus needs help. Everybody needs help. I think one thing you can do, though... Geez, a little bit if you just want your party back. Especially as a rogue where you can stealth. Just break combat. Stealth, get away. your party members will come back to life. Now, they're still up there, although they might snap to this position. They're still fighting. Yeah, it's cheap. Also works. We could even continue this fight that way. Vasily, how you doing? If 2 potions left, I could selectively use them and give Cassandra one, save one. Denza, yeah, by the time you get Iron Bowl or Black Wall, Cassandra's got good gear. And you're getting used to, or at least I would be getting used to using her in combat. Bear it down! I should probably switch to one of the archers. Although I'll have to get out of here if the archer switches aggro to me. Gonna have my last potion, Cassandra. Just hang in there a little longer. Get these archers off of her. She can't be flanked anymore, but she can still get caught in a pincer attack. That's just nasty. Well, sort of pulled that one out of the fire. Boy, Varric, you look hurt. Yeah, being your own tank, that definitely works. Your own tank. 2 tanks is good. 2 tanks and a mage, or 2 mages and a tank. Templar encampment. Brothers, we must listen to the call of the Maker himself, who has given us the duty to destroy these mages. By their rebellion, they have forfeited their right to live. They're not people, and any order that asks us to this end, to end this just and righteous battle, is a lie. Read, Jay, read. Can't you read? A test sent by him to separate the faithful from the foolish. Join us off the West Road and fight for a worthy cause. Perhaps visiting a camp would be good. I thought about going to camp before coming back to claim this site, and then I thought, what the heck. We'll go to camp next. Take a mosaic piece. Claim the landmark. Fort Connor was constructed by a young Arl Eamon after the Orlesians were driven from Ferelden. It was named in honor of Eamon's father, who died at the Battle of West Hill, and after whom the Arl named his son. Welcome back, Iceman. How you doing? Eamon was determined for Redcliffe to stand a shining example of Ferelden's strength. He constructed Fort Connor to watch the King's highway and protect the Hinterlands against all enemies. Proved its fortitude against Darkspawn during the Fifth Blight, suffering damage only when the Darkspawn deployed emissaries. Eamon said proudly at the time that Fort Connor was unbreakable by anything short of magic, and for that, thank the Maker, we have Templars. Definitely camp time. Rings and things and things. Let's see. I've not equipped any accessories. We probably have a few decent ones. Something we can do with them. Block and slash. So it's a warrior ring. A warrior who uses block and slash can get a 30% damage boost from that. Warrior pommel strike. Warrior shield bash. Specific skills being boosted by particular items. Should I just move to valuables? Like junking something. Hit the trigger by accident. Probably was something I was going to junk anyways. But I didn't see what it was. Belt of fire resist. 7% fire resist. Not a critical amount of defense, so I'm not worried about that, but I didn't really mean to move it there. Disciple Fire Staff. Slightly better. Acolyte Ice Staff, but not a huge difference. Cassandra. But is that sledgehammer? Is that a two-handed? Hatchet. Counts one-handed. Raider hatchet. Item level 6. Requirement level 2. Sunder on hit. 55 damage. Higher DPS. Eric sticking with Bianca. Popo, have I ever streamed Skyrim? Yes. Yeah, we put... How long did we spend on Skyrim? We spend 50 hours or closer to 100 hours? I think we spent closer to 100 hours already on Skyrim, but I don't remember exactly. Could have been half that. We didn't finish the playthrough. We never finished the main quests or did many of the Daedric quests, but we put in a good chunk of time. There was some talk about whether or not to come back to that playthrough, or I wanted to mess around maybe with Skyrim remastered on consoles just to see what they did with that. See that the PlayStation version is very possibly not ever going to get mods, although they made that statement and then walked it back a little bit. Cassandra could wear something heavy. What was heavy? One of these was heavy. Here we go. Chakratar. I'm not saying the look is Cassandra. You can see how that might benefit her. This is quite the armor rating boost. Don't get mad, Cassandra. I put you in showy armor. Don't get mad. Yeah, I've played a lot more Skyrim than I streamed back when it was new, and then even not so new. Played quite a bit. Yes, good Varric. Varric, show off that skin. Stone Bear armor, medium armor. Is that... What are you wearing? Oh, man, I can't do that to him. This is too weird. It is just too strange. Doesn't work at all. So... Can we do that? Can we do that? Because it's funny, see? We'll get and make other stuff. Lock and slash, pommel strike, shield bash. Shield bash ring. Oh. Check out Solus. Oh man. Hey, and KG had this good idea. KG's been playing the Andyril full conversion mod for Skyrim, and I think that's the most tempting for me. If we go back to Skyrim, or rather when we do, that's a good candidate for what happens. We might just do a fresh playthrough with the Andyril mod. Check it out that way. Alright. I don't know if I saved after that fight. Let's make sure we're saved. Let's get back to camp. Where's camp? Camp! We got a camp over here. Pick up resources on the way. If we get in a couple fights, we'll just muddle through. The glowing dots... That was not nice. The glowing dots for resources on the map after you pick them up will glow on the map, on the mini-map, for a couple more seconds, and that can be sometimes confusing. Are we playing with no fast travel? No. We can't jump to camps, can we? I know we can fast travel between points, but we can't just warp back there, can we? I did not actually done. Travel. Would I be able to jump from the wilderness? There's so many things I don't remember about the game. It's just been too long. Where did... I'm in trouble. I have no potions. There he is. You. Spellbinder. Die. Die! Shit. Now Varric's the only one left alive. Run, Varric, run! He does not have stealth. He cannot break combat. Not properly. He can still try to run, and the party could snap to his location and come back to life just like that. It works, but really the plan. You can jump to camps. You're in combat, so you can't. Jump the crossroads. Jump to camp. You're absolutely right. Run, Forrest, run! No, I'm okay with fast traveling in situations. I don't want to overdo it, but it's practical. Oh, Manny, sorry, I didn't mean to space your question, though. Having spent a lot of time with the standard Xbox controller, and I did a lot, and then both the 360 and the One controllers. Elite controller, is it worth it now that you have one? Awesome. Thank you, C-Star. The Elite controller has a great weight to it. Has a good feel. The D-pad in particular feels improved, and the D-pad was one of the really weak things. The responsiveness of it. Not just having a choice between a cross and a... Take the pieces off on the Elite controller. So you have a cross, or you can have a D-pad that looks like that. Either way, it's more responsive. That's good. Definitely like the weight. Took the paddles off the back. I imagine you might get... Anyone could get use of those paddles in a game that they know well and they're comfortable controlling. I was playing around with it a little bit in Diablo, and that was neat. Use the regen potions. Yeah, just coming to camp. Refilled the potions. You said use the regen potions. Ah, I almost completely forgot that I had them, and I haven't even assigned them to everyone. Might be good to assign... Might be good to assign a little bit more. That actually is. Equip potions. I've got regen, Herald, Cassandra. Now that I've got 38, we'll go ahead and just replenish all. We'll let her carry them around. Completely forgot I had those regen potions. Solus is not carrying them. He's got mana potions. If I wanted, he could carry regen potions instead. And later we'll have another slot. Varric, I didn't even assign anything to. We'll assign the regen potions. And what the heck, we'll give him a full load. Dregs wants Shepard to time warp back to Skyrim with Edie and Liara to watch the Middle Ages get seriously wrecked. That'd be a nice mashup. How are you doing, Dregs? You have any attachment, either playing or otherwise, to Inquisition? Yeah, they do. Regen potions help tons. I am just not back in the swing of things by any stretch yet. Just relearning how to play still. So remembering that I need to use those regen potions and gathering enough to make sure I always have plenty of resources to make more, but I feel comfortable using them. Each of these things, the requisitions tables and the tents, are also showing up on the mini-map glowing like plants would. Little circles, huh? Talking about plants behind the tent. Alright, try not to get confused by that. That was, you were back to engineering by that point, Dregs, is that right? So where to go? I wanted to check out this rift before we could head towards that Fade Rift. Or take our full load of supplies now and search the Witchwood for the apostate stronghold. Let's go that way. Let's head north. About a healer, isn't it? Letter in an empty home. Maybe not about a healer. A letter in an empty home. Brithis, I know you escaped with the other mages, and I know you'll come here. Father told you that if you ever strayed, he'd put you down himself. If you're here, you know he's dead, but I'm not. I'll be killing apostates and waiting for you at Old Fenix Place to the north. Got Father's sword and my true brothers in the Templars. Come if you're man enough.
Interesting reading. Could be worth a look.
There's almost no mention of your part in the tale of the champion, Varric.
I don't want to bore people.
You don't want to incriminate yourself, you mean?
Oh, same thing, really.
Royal Elf Root. We definitely need the Royal Elf Root for a potion upgrade. More than one, probably. Discovered Calenhad's Foothold. Pointed dagger grip schematic. Got an ocularum up around the corner as well. Before we hit up the rift, let's see if I can get to it. Epic Ninja, is this a golden nug run or just stuff you find? I don't actually know what a golden nug run is. Can you fill me in a bit? Golden nug run. I'm sure this is a good way to get around to that ocularum, but it is possible that we'd have to take a much more circuitous route to get there. We don't need to get there quite yet. Oh yeah, Happy Popo, that was one of the mods. I saw a lot of people were setting up and it just made perfect sense. I remember being frustrated with how long it took to loot a single thing. Grab a bit of plant. You got 5 plants around and you spend a minute picking them up. Well, those minutes add up and they add up to hours. You might spend 100 hours playing the game and you might have spent 3 of those hours watching your character animate, bending down to pick things up. I want those hours back. Or rather, I just don't want to spend them this time watching the character animate, so. Yeah, that mod went right in. Hey, look, I did find a way out. Most excellent. Epic Ninja, if you beat the game, you interact with a statue in the party chest area of Skyhold. You can interact with the statue that appears by the stables in Haven to sync schematics across saves. Ooh, very cool. When I played this game before, it was on PlayStation. I don't have any, I mean, this is like from scratch. I have not played it on PC before, so Golden Nug Run. Well, that would be neat to have all the good schematics from the start. I don't know how OP that would be. If I had that available, I'd probably be willing to do it. I did not start this in the methodical way I talked about doing. Making a pass left to right, starting up high, and then just slowly working your way down. There could be something up in the hills. I can see one more. The fourth. The second wave, additional waves of a Fade Rift, tend to be stronger, don't they? Solas needs help. Shit, I didn't even see what was going on. Glad you said something. Solas indeed needs help. I shouldn't even let him stand there as long as I did. All that means is I'll have to use a potion. If I moved him away right away, that would have been unnecessary. Likewise, Varric. Leaving Varric to stand anywhere near this fighting going on just means more damage he takes, more healing he needs. Even though I should have done that differently, still makes for a good example. Examples of what not to do are just as important as other examples. Alright. One thing I have not been doing, you can see the prompt on the bottom of the screen, is advanced time. You can stay in tactical mode and advance time a little bit at a time. Now that was stupid. I put Solas up front before getting Cassandra in there. Terrible, terrible, terrible plan. No planning, actually. How that happens. I had more than 5 potions and I have the party set to use potions until there's only 5 left, and then they will stop using potions automatically. Disrupting Rift, round 2 coming in. Aggro shifted because I was stealthed and nothing hits me. I get this Rift Disruption, which does a nice stun. Should do a nice stun on almost everything. Meanwhile, the party has split up to attack different things. We've got Cassandra over here. Wraith. Varric is going toe-to-toe with his own shade. This is not a good combat setup. Nevertheless, let's everybody on the Wraith just for a moment. Pick that Wraith off. Wraith down. Who's attacking what? I don't want to be here. I don't want to tank. Whatever's going on, I don't want to tank. Cassandra in the middle. Like almost every... Shit, Varric still got aggro. Can get that off of Varric. Now Varric is once again too close to the fighting. To get Varric out of there. Where is Solas? You select a party member. I don't know if there's an option for it. It would be nice if the camera snapped to the party member you were selecting. But maybe there's a reason for it not. Maybe you're focused on an area of the battlefield, and so you want to be able to select things in that area. Hey, Jake. You don't have to apologize for not being here. Life happens. People get busy. It's all good. It's all good. It's good to see you, though. I hope you're doing well. Hello? Herald? How about you disrupt that rift? You can see the Fade Rift is at very low health. I don't think I can close it yet, right? Now I can. When not in a dungeon, you can use the quest map to travel to distant locations, as long as you're not in a dungeon or in combat. Loot from the rift. I hope I remembered to loot the last rift. You actually get a piece of loot from the rift itself. I'm good. Jake, I'm good. Very cool coming back to this game because it's been so long. I can probably just walk around on the other side, but I also don't think I can quite make that jump.
That tower is impressive, even as a ruin. I wonder what dreams it might hold.
Telling me to save before we walk in there. I have 5 shards found. Jim, is that your new account? Is that you, Jim? Trying to remember. I know you changed your account. Joss can't remember if that's it. I think I told you might have to remind me next time you came in on the new account. Bright Axe. Saga of Tyr the Bright Axe. Ivar Mother. Well, it's alright. I just need a few reminders is all. So how are you doing? Looking for here. Camp we're at. Marker. Down. I think it's one of these shards, but it could be shards in other areas. The dragon in the Hinterlands that we're in no way, shape, or form ready to fight is near at least a few of the shards. Although the shards are spread out everywhere, so that shouldn't be that surprising. Let's see if we can't reveal another one of these camps. If we head this way, we head towards this camp. We will pass by maybe some shards, another Fade Rift. If we can get to that camp instead of having to backtrack to another to heal. The bot. Yeah, the bot lost Kraken API access. Twitch started enforcing a policy where you needed unique identifiers for different apps. And Ankbot, there was a patch, and there were some notes about Ankbot getting their ID updated so that stuff would work again. It doesn't seem to be working again. So I don't know if Ankbot is going to be able to resolve that. We'll see. That's why the bot doesn't know when people followed. Don't go clicking the follow button if you've already followed. You'll just lose the actual date in the Twitch system. need still more ram meat. That little side quest.
One down!
Yeah, an 8-ball works if you ask it a question. It does require something after the command, though. Welcome back again. Rooms. No, I want to go. Let me up. Spellbinder. Told them to attack my target. They're taking the very long way around. I don't know if you can see them moving on the mini-map here. They're going to be... You can see them passing my shoulder. How to find their way up. Here they come. That was I evaded right into the Spellbinder's chill attack. I was about to say, we take the mages first, because they can control the entire flow of combat. They can change an entire battle in a moment. What happens? Yeah, exactly that. That hurts.
Excuse me, have you seen another Inquisition scout? Elven woman, answers to writs.
You said your friend hasn't reported back.
Well, she was supposed to be checking on some apostates. I'm on duty here, or I'd go look for her.
I'll talk to you later.
There's a rift down there, but I wanted to get to camp up here. Pass by another rift. That probably was the rift I was thinking of on the map.
Decent spot to camp.
Potions refilled automatically when we set up camp. Otherwise, we would rest. Do that, right? Power 5. Since we have 5 power points to spend, we could go back to the war table, take another look at that, do a couple things with that. Tell you what, it's actually break time again. It's just flown today. Time has really flown. We've got a couple more hours today. 8-hour stream. We're coming up on 6 like it was nothing. It was nothing. It just blew by. Part of me's tempted to do more than the schedule today, but I'm not going to. I kind of got sick on Sunday, and I was originally going to stream Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday off. Change that around, as many of you know. Yeah, 2 hours just flew by. Just flew by. You just got here. Oh, we have more to go. Hey, Dustin. But it is break time. I'm gonna grab a snack, check on the dogs. Dogs need to be fed. In fact, I'm a little late to feed the dogs. Probably should have fed them during the last break. Surprised they haven't been up here to complain. So we got a couple more hours today. We're gonna do 8 hours tomorrow, and then gonna take Thursday off and do 24 hours on Friday, unless I'm not feeling up for it. See if my health holds, and I'm feeling much better today. Got a couple good nights sleep. I think I had a fever on Sunday. I was in a real fog. Still kind of trying to get out of that. So if you just got here, hang around. Don't take off or go stretch. And come back. But I'll see you all real soon. Why don't we do that? Think about where we might go next. Hinterlands is the starter area, but there's a ton to do. If we spent the rest of the stream in the Hinterlands, we wouldn't do everything here anyways. There's plenty to do. We probably won't leave the Hinterlands, but we could go back to the war table, see what else is available. All right, see you in a few.